Religious Romans believed that after death, one would go to the underworld. This underworld had several names in Latin, but Orcus or Avernus are most often used. In ancient Greek mythology, the equivalent was Hades. Once a person died, their soul was led to the entrance of the underworld by the god Mercury, who, aside from being the messenger of the gods, was also the psychopompus, or leader of souls. The soul would then stop at the banks of the river Styx, one of the 5 rivers within the underworld, where it would have to cross using a ferry. The ferryman, Charon, would require payment, and it was customary to place a coin in the mouth of the dead during the Roman funerary rites. If a Roman did not receive proper rites and had no coin, the soul would have to remain on the far side of the river Styx for 100 years before it was allowed to cross. Upon crossing the river, the soul would travel past the guardian of the underworld, Cerberus, a giant 3-headed dog that assured no souls escaped once they had entered. It would then proceed to the 3 judges of the underworld, Minos, Rhadamanthus, and Iacchus, who would decide the fate of the soul. If in life one was a great hero who accomplished brave deeds in battle, the soul would be granted entrance into Elysium. Here the soul would feast and revel for eternity. If, like most, one lived a normal life devoid of any great deeds, but also any terrible ones, the soul would be sent to the asphodel fields. Here it would wander through the shadowy lands, aimless for eternity. If one lived a wicked and depraved life, the soul would be banished to Tartarus, where it would suffer terrible punishments for all eternity. Some notable figures imprisoned in Tartarus for all of time were Sisyphus, forced to roll a boulder up a steep hill for all eternity, for the crime of killing guests and seducing his own niece. Tantalus, forever tormented by hunger and thirst, for killing his son, cooking him, and attempting to feed him to the gods at a banquet. And Ixion, tied to a rolling wheel of fire for all time for killing his father-in-law and trying to rape the goddess Juno.